Hey guys, I figured out a super simple and easy sugar-free Jello recipe, and we're gonna use it today to make a orange creamsicle poke cake. So let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. My name's Alicia and I'm a sous chef with a sweet tooth. And here we make delicious pastries, many from my time as a pastry chef. And my goal is to make the best keto desserts possible. So if you enjoy these recipes, please consider hitting the subscribe button, the thumbs up. It all helps my channel grow and to reach more people and help them stick to their keto diet. I'm coming at you every Saturday with new keto desserts. Today, we're making a poke cake, which we used to make back in the day when I was like a teenager. It was all the rage. And I really wanted to make one, but our sugar-free Jello options are not the best. I looked up Jello mix and it has maltodextrin and aspartame in them. And then the Simply Delish, which is supposed to be like a keto version, it does have like erythritol, but the second ingredient is carrageenan, which I don't understand why they don't just use gelatin instead. But carrageenan has been shown to cause digestive problems and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make a simple, easy, straightforward, sugar-free Jello recipe. So obviously to start off a poke cake, you need a cake. So I baked my Lancaster sour milk cake into a 9x13 pan. You can use any keto cake mix you want. You just probably have to have two because each one makes one 8-inch round. The only difference is I cooked it for 32 minutes instead of like the 26 minutes that I have on my original recipe. Then the only other thing we need is some Jello and a Cool Whip topping. Now the only thing I couldn't get away from in bad ingredient wise is the food coloring, but you can buy natural food dyes on Amazon. You can also use, if you cook beets, golden beets, you can use that as a yellow or an orange. Or red beets, you can make it red Jello also. But this was with just 3 drops of food coloring. This did not show up in the cake, so I'm probably gonna make it a little bit darker today. But this by itself is delicious. This is just orange Jello. And just with a little bit of keto whipped cream on top, it'll be delicious. So we're gonna make this, pour it over our keto cake. And Jello is super simple. It's just water, sugar, gelatin, and whatever extract you want to use. But I opted to do 2 sweeteners because a lot of times too much erythritol will mess up your stomach also. And if you're giving this to kids, you want to cut down the amount of erythritol in your desserts. So I only have a 1/4 cup of monk fruit erythritol blend here. I'm going to add that to a cup of water. Turn this on medium so I can get the rest of my ingredients together while that is coming to a boil. And then onto the gelatin. You need a 1/4 cup of cold water. And I used my unflavored beef gelatin, but it's 2 1/4 teaspoons, but you can use just a packet of Knox gelatin, which is like 2 1/2 teaspoons. Just sprinkle that over your water and let it bloom. And then the only other part is cold water and our extract. I like to add a few ice cubes to my water. That way it just makes the process faster and it cools down your Jello faster if you got really cold water. It's about dissolved. So to your cold water, I'm using an orange extract. I looked it up on Carb Manager and it says 0 carbs. I bought this one on Amazon. The link will be below. 1 1/2 tablespoons of orange extract. You can also do this with strawberry extract. I tried it with cherry and it tasted kind of like cough syrup. And then I have a concentrated liquid stevia. I'm putting in 1 teaspoon. Also, people's taste buds on keto are widely different. My pastry chef, she needs things a lot less sweet than I do still, but my mom likes them sweeter. So it all depends on your taste buds. So I suggest tasting your Jello before you use it or you have it set in dishes that you want, just to make sure the sweetness is good for you. And last but not least, some food coloring if you want to use it. It definitely makes your cake look a little bit prettier. Still, it might not show up, even though I'm adding more food coloring. Once your liquid is boiling, turn it off and add in your gelatin. Let that dissolve completely. We are still going to strain this just in case there's any hunks of gelatin that don't dissolve. Jello brand Jello tells you to whisk for like 2 minutes, but because we already have our sugar in there, you don't have to worry about that. Always forget my pot holders. So after the gelatin is all dissolved, you're going to strain it into your cold liquid. We had one little chunk of gelatin. At this point, you can taste it for sweetness. It's orangey and sweet. Now, I looked up a couple different regular recipes for this poke cake, and they're all different, and they tell you to do different things. Some just say poke holes. They don't tell you how or what to do. The way that we did it when we were younger was we took the back of a wooden spoon and just poked holes in it. Don't need to be precise about it. There you go, we got our holes. You just pour this right over the cake. Carefully. You don't want to get it all around the edge and none in the holes. There you go, it's all in there. Now, unfortunately, this has to cool for quite a while. But then we are going to get on to a whipped cream topping. And there were many variations on this too. A lot of them use vanilla pudding mix mixed with whipped cream or Cool Whip just folded in. Now to make this an orange creamsicle cake, we need some vanilla whipped cream to put on top of it. Now, if any of you have tried to make keto whipped cream, you know that after a couple of hours, it gets completely soft again. I'm stabilizing our whipped cream with a little bit of gelatin today. But you can also use softened cream cheese. Then you'd have like a little cream cheese whipped cream topping, which would also be delicious. I got 2 cups of chilled whipped cream here, 2 teaspoons of gelatin, 2 tablespoons of cold water. We're gonna bloom our gelatin and then we're gonna heat that after it's all bloomed. And then just like in the Jello recipe, I like to do part monk fruit erythritol blend and part stevia. So I'm doing a 1/4 cup of sifted powdered monk fruit erythritol and 1 teaspoon of liquid stevia, and then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're gonna let this whip to soft peaks. And while that's going, we're gonna melt our gelatin in the microwave for 10-second intervals until it's all completely dissolved. Yeah, I forgot how long it takes for a stand mixer to whip cream. I love my immersion blender, but it shoots stuff everywhere if you have over like a cup of whipped cream. Now that this is at soft peaks, if you just add the gelatin right in, it's gonna just clump up and you're not gonna get like a smooth gelatin mixture in there. You gotta take a scoop of your whipped cream and temper your gelatin with the whipped cream. Can't whisk left-handed. Okay, once your gelatin is tempered, turn your mixer back on and stream this mixture back in. And you just whip it to stiff peaks. There you go. You got some stable whipped cream that'll last you a couple days. So, and this cake is one of those cakes you'd like to make the day ahead of time. So I definitely suggest doing that because your Jello will set really good. It should set for 3 to 4 hours in the refrigerator. Time to get out our cake. Now the great part, if you use my cake, my whole cake is only 36 net carbs for the whole thing. So you cut into 16, it's 2.25. And your whipped cream only adds 0.75 per serving. So 3 grams of net carbs, or 1/16 of this cake. The liquid stevia I added to this, it's completely up to you on the sweetness level. Taste it, sweeten it to your liking. Spread the whipped cream out evenly. Looks good already. But now when I was thinking about this recipe, I was thinking the perfect dessert for 4th of July. So I bought some strawberries and blueberries to decorate the top of this cake. So depending on if you top it with anything, that will determine your carb count. I'm gonna slice these real thin and layer them on top. So you're gonna get maybe 1 strawberry per slice. Layer them however you want on top of the cake. I recently just saw this on Facebook or something. I thought, that's the perfect dessert, 4th of July. And I made it keto. The one online obviously was not keto. There you have it. I've seen it, I've never done it. Pretty festive cake for 4th of July. And it's keto and delicious. So this has to chill for a couple more hours and then we can slice into it and give it a taste. It's time to slice into this guy. Kind of sad to destroy it though. Now if you want 16 slices, you do it 4 by 4. Super simple. Of course, it's not gonna be simple because I put strawberries on top. Go in with the pointy side. We're just gonna do a little corner piece. Ooh, it's orange inside. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Got the Jello in it. Take a bite. It's like super soft and moist and jello-y. It's so good. Orange creamsicle. It is super moist cake. So if you have a dry keto cake, there you go. It's a perfect backyard barbecue dessert. Super excited to have figured out a sugar-free Jello recipe. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Don't forget to check out my Amazon links and blog link down in the description box. Hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll be back with many more keto dessert recipes. Bye guys.